We've kicked off a massive excavation project here on our land in the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. It's absolutely stunning out here, but flat, buildable land is almost impossible to find. So when we bought this property, we took a big gamble, hoping that we could carve out enough space for our dream home.
Fingers crossed.
Now that gamble is getting real. We're fighting bad weather. Welcome to the mud pit. Running into buried rock.
And it's saying something's wrong with the emissions.
And moving an insane amount of dirt.
The amount of that's actually getting accomplished is mind-blowing.
But I couldn't be happier because I get behind the controls of some heavy machinery and join the crew to completely reshape this ridge.
Whoa, here we go. There's something so cool about being a part of a mechanized team like this.
This is the beginning of a wild new chapter for us, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. And a huge thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this episode.
The guys are here, and step one for today is going to be basically prepping the area where all of the fill dirt is going to go. So, I mean, the breakdown is they're gonna be removing this entire ridge, like that whole little berm there, and they're gonna move it across the build site to here, the area that we kind of cleared out a while ago. And so what they're gonna do now is clear out all of this vegetation and then dig into the earth here a little bit to create a shelf, so that there's like a flat shelf that they can just kind of throw dirt onto and then compress it, and then just do that over and over again and build that shelf up until it's the same height as the build site. All right, Cody, how we looking, man?
Good.
Yeah, you ready to move some dirt?
Yeah.
Dakota, welcome back, man.
It's good to be back.
We're moving vegetation. Let's go.
Jordan?
Yes, sir.
My tracker is throwing a code right now. Cat's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong as far as our service and stuff, but like we can't get in and find out what the code is and
Yeah.
how to address it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Fortunately, my brother works for Cat.
Oh, nice. So he's looking it up and figuring out what's going on.
Yeah, he's trying to find out what's going on.
Okay, so what do you think's going on, Dakota?
Way above my pay grade right now.
3130-2.
So what is it then? What's going on?
It's some def manifold sensor. He was talking like it's in here or in there. I'm not real sure which one. I'll get the part schematic or whatever for it. The big thing right now is making sure that they have the part and we're good. Yeah, sorry, Jordan, delayed a little bit.
No worries, man. I mean,
this is a Monday.
Yeah. All right, so I actually had to run off the property to handle some like random business stuff. It looks like they got the machine running. He's already made his way down into that fill area. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe he got this much done in like an hour. Holy moly, he's got a nice little ramp there. That's nuts. So you got it working?
I ordered the parts and then boom.
And then it starts working. All right, so we just had the guy from Duke Energy come. Basically, we had to have him come by because there's a power pole up here that has a power line coming to this old temporary power pole. It's been disconnected ever since we've been involved, but that pole up there is right in the way of where we want to do excavation. We want to remove all of that, including where the pole is. The guy from Duke just came by to kind of figure out what the plan's going to be, and I think he's just going to disconnect that wire at the street, and then Cody will just remove it with his machines. But I gotta say, man, like, working with Cody is amazing because he's buddies with the guy that works at Duke. And so when we were talking about how much it might cost to rerun power after removing this pole, he just called up his buddy and was like, hey, what's going on? Like, can we make a deal? Sometimes I guess they don't charge to run power and sometimes they do. And so he's able to talk to his buddy and just be like, yeah, they'll be able to do it for free or for not that much money. I love the small town getting stuff done vibe here, especially with an inn like Cody. Like, this has been really, really cool so far. So how'd that go?
It's good. Well, it was good, steep and wet.
And the wet makes it so that you slip around a little bit more than you want to?
Be careful, yeah.
Looks good though, man. I can't believe how quickly that happens. There's a road over here.
And what we done was made a kind of a dirt berm or whatever you want to call it. Just dump some of this as it runs off. Try not to bury any brush.
Why is it that you don't want to bury that organic stuff?
Say you had a bunch of brush, or we just watered this up, put it here, and push the dirt over top of it. It may take a year, it may take 10, but at some time, the organics and the trees and brush, whatever, is going to decay, and that top is going to be either down or water will get behind it and kind of erode the road, and you'll have an actual landslide.
Got it. So
we fixed
best case scenario, it just rots and like creates a big sinkhole.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario is you can actually have a landslide. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then is the idea that you kind of push fill down to the bottom part first and then like build it up this way?
Yeah, so we'll kind of build it up and out.
So far, living out here in the mountains has felt incredibly peaceful. It's quiet. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. But my online life with my phone or my computer is anything but peaceful. I'm just bombarded by spam and scam calls and shady offers. But it turns out that that's not random. It's actually because my personal data is out there being bought and sold by data brokers. These companies collect everything. Your full name, your address, your phone number, your email, your shopping habits, even your browsing history. And they sell that information to marketers, spammers, and sometimes criminals. Once this information's out there, it spreads fast. And the more lists that your data is on, the higher your risk of identity theft, fraud, and harassment. Now you can ask to be removed from these lists, but there are hundreds of these companies. And doing it yourself would take an insane amount of time. That's why I love the sponsor of today's episode, Incogni. They track down the data brokers that have your information, and they demand that that information is deleted, and they keep following up until it actually happens. And it's totally automated, so you don't have to lift a finger. So if you value your privacy, now is the time to act. Click the link in the description and use code Atticus to get 60% off an annual plan. It helps protect you and it helps support our channel.
Okay, so now that we've got that ledge finished for all the fill material, the next step is we're gonna make like a flat base for the well that we're gonna be drilling. A couple weeks ago, we had the county come out and figure out exactly where we could put the well. We decided just off of the driveway would be the ideal spot, but the problem is just off the driveway all the way down to the build site is all way too steep to drill a well. So the excavator is gonna clear out the vegetation here, and then I'm gonna get to drive the skid steer and bring a bunch of dirt over here, fill this in, and just create a nice flat pad where we can drill that well. There we go. The organic stuff is all off the top, at least as much as we need it to be. And then the well should go right about here. So we're just gonna fill dirt in from over there to over there, make a nice flat spot right on this side of the driveway. Cody has agreed to teach me how to drive this skid steer. Operate the skid steer. I really appreciate it, but I do want to say that this is not something that is a typical part of Cody's business. I was able to twist his arm to teach me how to do this. So I really appreciate it, Cody. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Very easy to operate, also very easy to tip over. All the weight in these things is in the back end. They don't do great on steep slopes. They don't do great, you know, on a steep hill going forward. All right, so I'm gonna shut the door. You can hit the park, throttle it, putter around right here for a second, even if you just go, turn around, come back, play with up and down, and then you can start running.
Okay,
It shouldn't take you just a minute to get it.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, here we go. So, parking off. Yep, sweet. This is so cool, man. I gotta say, this is a situation where having played video games is a leg up. Okay, here we go. All right, first load done. Let's get some more dirt, dude. Let's do this. And the one thing that's not intuitive is the joystick on my right. If I want to angle or tilt the bucket, I need to go left or right with the joystick, which is counterintuitive, right? Like that's an up-down motion and I'm going left-right. Okay, so I've built a little bit of a bench here. Let's see if I can actually ease out onto that bench. Yeah, I can. Growing up, I loved Star Wars. I feel like I'm in a freaking X-Wing right now.
It's just like Beggar's Canyon back home.
Well, it is just about to rain a lot. Cody took over on the skid steer to try to clean up the build site so it doesn't turn into a bunch of mush. First, some mechanical issues, then rain. We got some solid work in there.
Oh yeah.
Well, I wish I could offer you fellas something to drink or eat, but
Well, we got enough right here.
yeah, I got some alcohol.
No, not that kind.
I just arrived at the property and the guys are all ready to work. It is a beautiful freaking day, blue skies, not a cloud in the sky, which is, I think, the very first time that's happened since we've owned this property. I'm stoked, dude. It's time to get some stuff done. Cody's in the excavator, knocking that thing out. We got Dakota over here with the dozer. He's pushing all the dirt down into that shelf that they made. I'm gonna hop in this bad boy and see if I can't bang out my job. Gonna freaking move some dirt. Let's go. There's something so cool about being a part of a mechanized team like this. There's 3 guys here. The amount of shit that's actually getting accomplished is mind-blowing, you know? So we're kind of talking about just how much dirt we want to remove, right? Like, are we going to commit to right here? Do we want to go further? And it's a tough question to answer in a way because we are so flexible with the house design still. Right now is the time to get flat ground, right? Like, we don't want to come back and do this again. So a lot depends on how the rock is, like if it's difficult going. Cody was saying that there is some rock here. What do you see?
When I was over there digging earlier, extremely hard digging this way. The plan is to be on this side of it to where maybe you can dig it. Yeah, see?
Yeah, so it's just like with wood. Like if you can get in between the grain, it really peels apart.
For this, and then at some point though, I don't know how deep, nobody does, it will get to where it's not this anymore, right? It's very hard.
And like the rock that you can see exposed over here, like how does that look to you?
Fortunately, it looks about the same as this.
It
might
similar.
be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same color.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, I do think that from here, it's almost like it gets steeper. So I do think this is kind of a good point of diminishing returns in a way. The issue with gaining more ground here is that, you know, for every square foot you gain, you've got to remove a ton of dirt. Whereas if instead we kind of like make a funky shape and like remove earth over there and make flat ground like down the slope, you know, it'll be a weird shape. We can't put the house there, but we could put other stuff like the shed, and like the amount of dirt we'd have to remove to gain flat ground would be way less. So I feel like this is a good spot. Dude, I love coming in here and just seeing so much activity and being like, oh yeah, I'm a part of this. I'm like, hey guys, can I help? Gonna check out the progress here.
So on this left side, he's trying to build it out just a little bit, make it a little wider out there, because where that tree is at, we had to push that tree on down, and we're just trying to widen it up and pat that bank in real good.
Got it. So you can tell that he's definitely hitting some rock, but he's making progress. Like, he's not getting stuck. It's just slower going. So that's good news, man. As long as he can get through that rock, then I think we'll be good here. All right, Cody, you look very victorious on top of that mound, man. From a scale from 1 to 10, how difficult going is this here?
Probably like a 7.
Oh,
maybe
really?
A 6, yeah.
So it's harder than average.
Yeah, I've shown up to jobs before and taking one scoop and it's just rock. That's a long day there.
Yeah, could you real quick like walk me through where the rock is?
It's actually pretty much this whole left side. That's more like of a sandstone or like a sandy material on that side. Super easy digging. This might be the hardest of it in the middle of this.
At this rate, you know, how many more days do you think it would take to clear out what we've started already?
I'd say through today and through tomorrow.
Wow, so end of the day tomorrow if it doesn't rain too bad.
Yeah, is it supposed to rain?
I don't think it, dude.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah, it's like,
come on.
Well, good work, man. Looks good to me.
Yeah, it's coming.
So you were saying that the yard won't quite extend to the edge of that because it'll have to slope back a little bit.
Yeah, we'll taper back.
But I mean, a good chunk of that is going to be added.
Yeah, there's a slope to it now, you kind of carry that up.
Nice, man.
And this is already built out further than what it was. I don't know if you know, but.
Yeah, where do you think the edge of the build site was before?
I mean, probably right in here.
Yeah, watching you guys do this, it's like watching someone make a sandcastle, basically. You know, like it's just like anything is possible. It seems so easy. That's what I mean to say. Yeah. Especially, I don't know if you saw the video, but I spent like probably 2 solid days trying to clear this area out. You guys are here for like an hour. It's all gone. All right, good morning. So the guys got an insane amount done yesterday. I can't believe it. Check this out. Yeah, so this used to be the property here, the flat part, and now it's gonna extend all the way back there, so easily doubled, if not more, the space. They've got this big mound of dirt left here, but you can see they took a massive freaking chunk out of the ridge here. They were also able to get the power pole down, and then you can see the freaking fill area is amazing. That road that they were working on is basically gone. That's all filled in. So this is all just, this is the slope that there's gonna be, and then it's gonna be all yard right here. The thing that they're gonna be filling today is this little cavity over here. That's gonna get a bunch of dirt, and then this is kind of gonna get raised up, you know, to the same level of the rest of the property. But yeah, when I stand here, which will be like the very front edge of the yard, and I look back, like that's a big lot now, man. First thing is Dakota needs me to remove this easy up. We gotta move some of the siding just to clear up some space for them to kind of keep pushing along here. So it is starting to rain. They're just doing one final compaction of everything so that all of the dirt is nice and compacted. And they also made a berm over here just to make sure that if water does pool up from this rain, that it doesn't fall off the edge of the fill. And now you can see Cody's kind of doing the opposite over there, where he's making sure that there's some low sides that allow water to spill off the sides where we want it to go. Yeah, how's it look to you?
Really good. We'll let this rain hit it, see if there's any crazy run out here, get everything dressed up final whenever we come back. And this side, I would say, it'd be done after that, you know.
Looks epic, dude. I knew I wanted more flat ground, but I couldn't see this.
Oh, you've doubled it, if not more.
Thanks so much for watching, and a special thanks to Incogni for sponsoring the episode, and a huge thanks to Cody and Dakota for doing such excellent work. Cody's phone number is in the description. Definitely give him a call if you have any earthwork or home construction needs in Western North Carolina. And as always, a huge thanks to the people who make these videos possible, our patrons. You guys rock.
So one thing I did just realize is I don't have my seatbelt on. Cody told me to put it on, so sorry, Cody.